bosses is in the audience tonight, so I'm also here on a mission for him. We have a solid waste advisory committee, or I should say we don't have a solid waste advisory committee, and we need one. These are committees that are required in every county in Washington, and they advise the Board of Commissioners on garbage issues and policy. So littering, anti-littering campaigns. We have 3 transfer stations in the county, and we have a transfer station management plan, solid waste management plan that needs to be adopted. So we need some people to look at it, put some eyes on it, and see if it makes sense. It's not a decision-making body, but it's a really important sounding board for the commissioners. So I'm hoping to leave some literature with you all tonight, and if you have time in your own schedule to serve and would like to, that would be super. If you know of anybody that might like to get involved.
Anyone in the audience is welcome to it.
Yes. Okay. And you don't have to have any kind of experience with solid waste. There probably will be a few people on the committee that do, people that haul waste and things like that for a living. But we also need people that are just general citizens. That,
give me some slack.
So anyway.
Where are the other, I know the one in Iowa, and I know the one in Newport. Where's the other one?
Us.
On 211.
Yeah, right up to
Right by the road shop, behind the road shop on 211.
Really? Oh, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't have a scale, the one at 211.
I have no idea. Okay.
It's only open one day a week.
All right.
So, can I leave those with your clerk and pass it out if you would? Yes.
Okay, I'm going to add to what Carol said a little bit. It's not a big commitment. We're probably talking maybe once a year, maybe twice. I don't know what she's thinking. I know what I'm thinking. Once or twice a year. It would be helpful to have somebody else looking at those things from the community, especially from a community perspective. I feel like we get the inside perspective from staff. This would let somebody from the community look at our rates. You know, we're always biased towards, we want, just like you guys are, we're always biased towards, we want reserve in case something goes wrong. But how much reserve is appropriate versus reducing the rates? That's something that this could give direction on for the commissioners. You guys have heard about the scale failing down there. That, you know, fortunately we have enough reserve to replace that. I went to the Solid Waste Advisory Committee meeting when I was first elected because Crystal said we had one, and I was the only one there. And I think that's and it was me and Amanda, our director, and I was the only one there. So, and by state law, we have to have one. So if somebody could sign up, I'm gonna twist arms, just maybe once or twice a year. We'll probably do it by Zoom.
Yes,
Okay?
we can do it by Zoom.
You can do it by Zoom, you can do it in your living room, and all of you guys would be qualified. Everybody in this room would be qualified, as much as I am. So,
Real quick, bring me up to speed.
Solid Waste Advisory Council is an advisory board by state law. Our state has a law for everything that we have to have as a county that advises the commissioners on the operation of our garbage, utilities, solid waste. So, gives us, looks over things, looks how we do it. Just like you guys have water commissioners. Kind of basic, same idea. Okay. That's all I had to add. So I'll ask you guys later who all signing up.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Any questions or issues with the county roads, please don't hesitate to give me a call.
Yes. So Carol is in charge. She's the next person under me for roads. And she's also now our county engineer as well as the public works director. So she's looking over all those things, and she's been a big help to me. I'm glad I don't have that job anymore. So when I substituted Rick.
I must have, maybe I missed it, but how many members are we talking? It says
That's
we
a
need
good
volunteers,
question.
but how many
9.
do they don't, just a question here, they don't use our facilities to get rid of their stuff, do they?
Yeah, the haulers do.
They actually do?
Yeah, in
Oh, I
fact,
did
we
not
have
know that.
we have an ordinance, I forget what you call it, that prevents them from hauling it out of the county. They have to use our.
Oh, good, well, yeah,
Yeah.
Idaho, so they.
The business is out of Idaho, but they haul it
right,
to our
okay.
facility. And you understand, then we haul it, or we contract to haul it. It goes a long ways.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
okay.
So just 9, that's all you're looking for?
yeah.
That's a lot.
Okay, all right. Pete, you're in charge.
Uh,
We're now, yeah, she did her public works, so maintenance report, maintenance.
Maintenance, this month has been fun actually with maintenance. The sand filter at our water plant, the sand needs to be replaced. So we're working with Sewell on getting some numbers to replace that sand. The media lasts about 10, 15 years. It's been there about 18 years. We took some of it out. Sewell took it, did a sieve test on it. There's not a lot of water going through it. It's time to change it. We're also looking at new electronics in the water building. That quote will be coming from Correct Equipment out of Moses Lake soon, so we'll know what that's gonna cost. We have a broken influent pipe at the wastewater plant that I'm working on. And I found out it's actually been broken for a couple of years. That made me feel really good. But we're gonna get it fixed here in the next couple of weeks. And I think that's what I got. Is there any questions?
I do have one.
Yes.
What about the broken pipe at the cemetery?
Oh, there's a broken sprinkler line at the cemetery too, actually. I think Wilbur did it when they dug a grave there, so we'll have to replace that too. I'm gonna talk to the guy at Wilbur. I am gonna talk to him about it. But I don't know what he's gonna do. You know?
So right now you just have it all shut off, so it's,
Yeah,
okay.
yep. The back section, that zone is not on.
Which one is this, right down by the,
Right down by the road. That last one, I don't remember the name of that.
Cherry Hills.
Okay, that's great, yeah.
That's appropriate.
I just wish Wilbur would have told me that they broke it instead of just stumbling across it.
Well, it's small bananas compared to the rest, so.
Yeah.
is that,
Anybody else?
that was a casket burial?
It was. Mhm.
So it's not too difficult of a fix?
It won't be a difficult fix, but like I said, you can't break it and drive out of here
No, I agree
and
with you.
not say
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
That guy, the same person he left the mess on the hill the last time he dug the grave. They have another set of people that dig graves that is really nice when they're done, and that's who I'm gonna request from now on to come to our cemetery.
I agree with you.
That's it.
JP, how long before they can possibly do the same? Is that something down?
We are trying to move this along. I would like to see the sand replaced in the month of July. I know it's a
Okay.
tall ask, but I'm pushing Sewell to get some numbers out. It's got, I went in there last Friday and no water was coming from the
Yeah.
sand filter in the building. None. I mean 0. So the pump's just running, there's a lot of things going bad in there.
Right.
Chlorine is being shot into the system as if water's going by, but no water's going by, so
Right.
that it causes it's a big deal that needs to be fixed immediately.
Well, and on that note, JP will be out of the office next week because he'll be in training, so I will be in charge of it all. So I'm gonna be calling on
Yeah.
people that have to help me create the sand filter. Because I can't do it myself. My body's just not strong
I'm
enough.
on the list, I might put my husband on the list.
And
So-
Jake, when you looked that up the last time, when we put sand in there originally, it comes in from, Idaho
It came from
someplace?
Idaho, yeah.
Yeah.
and it was like 30 grand? And that
Yeah.
was 18 years ago.
Yeah, so I'm
it's-
thinking, I'm gonna guess, between $50,000 and $100,000 to replace the media. That's a guess.
For sand?
Yeah.
This
It's
is,
sand.
not just sand.
Yeah,
this is not, this is, when it comes in, it looks like salt. It's
Yeah, it's
pure
different.
white, it's absolutely, it's,
It's like Mexico. It's beautiful.
And then, after that, the the Department of Health is actually gonna, help us out with some funds, and they're gonna do a study on what the best path forward is for our water system. If that means a rapid sand filter or barrel filters inside the water plant as opposed to the sand filter.
Yeah.
Or is even giving our water system to the PUD more viable for the tech, that'll all be in the, all of these things will be in the study that the Department of Health has, agreed to pay for, so.
Too soon to be
That'll be
asking
coming.
when they'll have that.
Oh, yeah, they haven't, obviously they haven't started on that, on the, you know, the technical
End of
assistance
July
part.
is kind of a.
I'm talking about the technical assistance part, not
Yeah,
not the replacing the sand. We're working on that. The Department of Health actually doesn't really care what we do before that building. So they don't, they're kind of hands off up there.
They just care what happens inside.
They care what happens inside.
Before the
Yeah.
plant.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, old business is, we've got a Husqvarna lawnmower that we're going to surplus. It runs absolutely perfect, except for the fact that belts pop off. It needs to have somebody get in there and try and figure out what's going wrong. It's probably gonna take a little bit of work, but anyway, need a motion to surplus the Husqvarna lawnmower.
I'll make a motion to surplus the Husqvarna lawnmower.
Are you accepting resolution 2026-01?
Oh, yes, accepting resolution 2026-01, surplusing the Husqvarna lawnmower. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Yeah.
We have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, portable toilet, why do we have that on there?
The agreement was that we had gotten a donation for the baseball players for the portable, the potty, that thing over there, for 3 months. And it was mainly for the baseball players and whatnot that was going on. Well, that is done, and now the town is paying for the porta potty, and it's $110 a month.
How much?
110. So what do you guys want to do with that? Do we need to continue paying it? Do you guys want to give it, to have them come pick it up?
It's a double-edged sword.
This is taking out of a fund that is not bringing in any revenue.
I would say let them take it back. That's my vote, but.
And there's the mini mart right across the street.
American Pie, if she's open, if they're playing cornhole or pickleball or.
I think it mainly gets used by people coming through town,
The truckers, yeah.
I make a motion that we have Hortons come pick up the porta potty at Eagle Field.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Don't have anything on here for new business. Oh, you need to talk again?
Yeah. 2 or 3 things on my mind. You guys probably all got, who got a letter from the assessor?
I haven't checked my mail yet, but I hear it's not pretty.
I got a letter from the assessor, I got 3 letters from the assessor. I'll save everybody the trouble of calling the commissioners or calling the tax assessor. I can assure you that we're doing the best we can to keep your property tax low. Absolute best we can. Well, the assessor's gonna tell you, oh, well, we don't control how much your taxes are, the commissioners do. The assessor's job is just to say what the property's worth. So the other thing I just tell everybody, just because your assessment went way up, doesn't mean your property tax is gonna go up. Although they probably will. Okay. Most people don't understand how that works.
You mean what's going on all over the country is actually happening here too?
Yeah. The other thing I just say, it's actually kind of heavy on my heart, is you guys understand more than most that the revenues we have available to do what we need to do are not keeping up,
Right.
okay? And the county is maybe in a little better appreciate this just because my predecessors have done a really good job. And those two lines of the cost of doing what we're doing and the revenue coming in are coming further apart. They're coming apart. And it's only a matter of time where we're gonna be in similar situations. And so I just wanna be blunt with people, you know, when they talk about the property tax situation. The property taxes are too high. They're too high and we're too dependent on them. And the cost to do what we need to do is too much. So it's just, I'm just telling you guys how I feel tonight, so what I'm thinking about. So, and I'll tell you another thing, and just so you know. And since 2020, since I was elected, and I've done a little research on this, between the paper plant and the tech mine, $50 million of value has come out of this county.
Left the county?
Yeah.
$50 million
Has left the
of
county.
real value has left the county. Okay, who takes up that slack? You guys do here. I mean, I do. Okay, especially if you're in one of those taxing districts. The way the taxes work, this one's value goes down, that amount of dollars is raised on everybody else in that taxing district. It's a budget-based system. So this is why I get agitated when people talk about they don't want businesses. And this is why I get agitated when people say they don't want industry. They have no idea what they're talking about.
NIMBYs.
Okay, they don't have any idea.
It would lessen the
That,
burden on.
that the burden is being put on people like Greg and people like my parents who are on a fixed income who couldn't afford to live here. So again, that's just on my heart. And so we need to be really thinking about that, those two things getting worse in the future. I'm the kind of guy I like to think like 10 or 12 years in the future. And so that's just something I'm thinking about. And you guys are aware of that more than anything. You look at your water system and where you're going to come up with $40,000 to replace your sand filter. We're the same way. I mean, we're just constantly like, unfortunately through good planning, we're a little better. But down the road, you can see it coming. So I can assure you we're doing the best we can to keep your property tax low and at the same time take care of your roads and at the same time provide law enforcement and as the best of our ability. And I know you guys are, again, are aware as more than anybody of the tension between those things. And you know, we have it from all sides. We're like, we want more law enforcement, we want a Debbie, we want 24/7 coverage, we want somebody there in 20 minutes, we want this road plowed, we want it sanded, we don't want dust when we chip seal, we want blah 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 blah. So anyway, that's mostly what I'm, and the other thing I just talked about the sand filter. I like what JP's saying to look at that. Frankly, that thing has been a pain ever since Sewell's did it. And I'm still ticked at Sewell's from when I was here only 2 weeks. When I first came here, and that system has been a pain since they worked on it, whatever that was, 20 years ago. So I like the idea of looking at that and trying to figure out an alternative way of doing that. Maybe you want to look at that replace sand. I don't know, but it's been a pain. And they're the ones that, by the way, and there's probably nobody even left there. They're the ones that spec that sand in the first place. And it was.
Well, the first batch
Yeah.
of sand that went in there was mud.
Yes, you remember, Pete.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
And well, there's several things that I would like to see done
Yeah.
up there in this. Number one,
Drilling.
being able to isolate the pumps would be cool.
Drilling a well will be part of that study too. Would a well be better? That'll be part of the study.
The well
Yeah,
would
and
be,
ecology has a different standard for surface water versus a well. And you know, at least they did then. And that's a wonderful asset, that spring. It's unfortunate that the way it's done, that we have to turn.
I know,
So,
I
anyway,
have.
Enough said. Enough said.
I have one quick question.
Yeah.
I've been here my whole life, but I don't remember the sand filters there years ago. I remember the concrete there just to back the water up so they could get it to the tower. You know, we
Right.
didn't have no treatment plant or anything that I gotta be honest, I wasn't
I think
paying
what I heard
attention.
was you're going through cartridge and bag filters weekly, and that's why they went to the sand.
No, the sand was there before the cartridge filter.
Yes.
And right now,
Yeah.
we're going through filters having
And
a longer.
there's been a progression from almost nothing, okay, to putting the sand filter in. There was a sand filter in before this last
That's it.
one,
Okay, that's.
but it was a different type of sand. Frankly, I think it was some kind of sand that was accessed locally. And then I remember when Sewell spec'd this new sand, whatever they call it, I forget what they call it. But there was something there before that was a sand filter.
So we can't run just straight water from the creek over to the,
No.
We could, but
Right.
you would plug your filters
Right.
weekly.
Right.
Every week you'd plug them.
We have to have.
That's
a
what the
filter
barrel
system
filter
of
would do.
some
The
sort
barrel filters,
before-
there's two filters that come in there and just once a week, you just
Yeah, you switch over.
switch the water going through it, and go clean the barrel out, and it's just to pick up twigs and leaves and whatever.
Right.
That's keep. Then we have three filters. We have the polyester filters,
Yeah,
and then
three
we have the
cartridge
bag filters, which don't let anything through
And then
at
10
all.
bags.
So,
Yeah, and to what JP said's right, they don't care about what you do before the plant. But see, if that water's not pretty pristine when it hits the filters, then, when that's been the problem with that plant from the get-go, is those stupid bag filters and the cost of those from the get-go. And so they're so fine and they're so easily plugged up.
And they're so proprietary that
Yeah.
we have to buy them
Right.
from this
So they don't care
particular.
how you get it there, but if you don't get it prepped right, you're just gonna start going through. And then there's a standard for the water after that, so you're stuck.
it's $7,000 for a set of filters.
Right.
They actually just increased.
Yeah, it's gone up. It's gone up. Well, it was originally 6. Now it's 7.
It's over 7.
And $500 for shipping.
Well, that's why they're doing the
Yeah,
study
shipping
and
is-
they're looking for the money.
Anyway, that's all I have for you guys, unless somebody has some questions for me. Any other questions?
What other than property tax and, I don't know how they tax businesses, but other than that, how do we get money?
Well, you guys have heard me, a million times talk about the transportation benefit district, which would be a bump in the sales tax, which would be there's a small benefit for our roads for that. That doesn't do anything for a lot of our other expenses. And that would be, I think, you're talking about like 5%.
But that's gonna be on us too. And
Yeah.
We pay those taxes, so. it
Yeah,
really
well,
doesn't-
it would take it off of property owners to put on everybody that purchases anything in the county, retail. But it's a small bump. It's not enough revenue to really catch up even with roads, let alone you take law enforcement. Which are two big expenses by far, are the sheriff's department and the roads.
And the jail.
Yeah, and that goes with it, yeah, that goes with the sheriff. So, and those are very expensive operations, and they're getting worse, and they're getting worse. If I had simple solutions, I'd do them. But you guys are aware of that, you're in the similar boat, so. But right now, we're getting kinda hammered with phone calls,
Yeah,
so.
I have two brother-in-laws that are very upset.
Yeah,
Don's afraid to check the mail. I don't think ours will be
Yeah.
that bad.
well, it was funny, cause I had somebody literally message me, I think it was last night, or night before last. Reaming me a new one, they're probably went twice, I went, oh, that's funny. And Sue said something, hey, you got the mail, go get the mail, and it's sitting on the counter next to the mail. I'm like, oh, yeah, I got them too. So, yeah, I know what it's like. That's all I had.
Thank you.
thanks, Brian.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
You do.
We don't have a sheriff here.
She back?
No, go ahead.
No, I don't wanna hear anything else from it.
All right, Fire District 2, we had a total of 164 calls for the month of June, which is actually pretty slow for us. It's down about 50 from 229 last year at this time. So, Town Metaline had 2 calls for EMS, which is also down from the 3 calls you had last year at this time. So, things are doing well for you. It does give us a total of 1,063 total calls for the year so far. So that's our halfway mark, which is a little bit behind last year, but the busy months now are ahead of us. So, any questions? We're not out on any fires. We're just prepping, getting ready.
I heard there was a water rescue the other day.
there was a water rescue, yeah, some folks from Spokane came up, they always float the river from here down to Boundary. So the fact that the water was higher than it's been all summer and moving faster than it has all summer, they ignored that and went ahead and started down. When they got to the bridge, they started to rethink it by how fast they got there. And they sent like 3 of their younger crowd, so 20-year-olds, in kayaks, went over the falls. Not one of them stayed in their kayaks.
Oh, wow.
They all had life jackets, so the kayaks and one of them ended up in Dead Man's Eddy and the other 2 were on the rocks down farther. Sheriff's Department got called out. I rode with those guys on their boat, and yeah, they called in Ray and Kevin came in off duty, and we went down there and we picked the 3 up and took them across to the Portage Park. And when we went back and told the others that, you know, what they needed to do was cross the river, port at the new Portage Park and go down and skip the falls altogether, they rethought that. I think 1 canoe went to the Portage Park and the others all paddled all the way back up the river. So,
Did they put it in Metaline?
yeah, they put it in Metaline. And they had a rig stage down at Boundary. Yeah. But, and they were told by multiple people, this isn't the day to go over the falls. And I mean, they had canoes and kayaks and full of camping gear. The canoes wouldn't have fared well at all. They would have lost a lot of
Oh, my
stuff down on the bottom. So,
Okay.
but good ending.
Yeah.
Everybody was okay. Nobody even got mad.
Out of curiosity, what was the time element from the time they called to the time?
I don't know because I got included in the middle of it
Oh.
after the sheriff's office was already on their way up here. I just met them out here at the boat launch and jumped on with them. They were driving up and put in here.
I'm under
But it
the
was the
understanding
sheriff's boat.
Boundary.
It was
will
the
not
sheriff's boat.
respond anymore.
I'll bet it was in hours, not minutes.
Huh?
I'll bet it was in hours, not
Oh,
minutes.
I'm bad, yeah.
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 That's why I said
It's a long time
Boundary,
to think
Boundary
about it.
won't respond anymore. Maybe they will with the new supervisor they got, but I doubt it, so.
Right. Yeah, they had to call Kevin and Ray and to man the boat, so I imagine. But Kevin gave me a call on his way up here. They started thinking, hey, these guys have been out there, maybe they need medical, so they just offered, hey, if you could spare somebody to ride with us. So, but
Great.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the big water rescue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Got no sheriff? You had a sheriff's, did you get a sheriff's report from him?
No, he was unable to get it done. He's really busy this month.
Okay, council reports.
Here's your monthly bills and the expense voucher is in there. Me, Amanda, and Pete went over them earlier today. I think it's on the top. The filters, we last paid for filters in April, and we're paying for them now. And the 2 separate ones, they pretty much increased by $9 each. So we were about 6,500, and now we're up above 7,000.
But we gotta have them.
Yeah.
Jane,
Yes.
should we council reports while Shannon's looking? Have you seen? Oh.
Oh, we totally skipped that. Yeah, we should do council reports.
That's what I said, council reports.
You were just excited.
While you're doing your, approving the monthly bills, Rick,
I got something to say, yeah. It might take a while, huh? I think we need to send Mr. Flanagan a thank you note. Him and the beautification committee, they got together and come up with enough money to do the benches over in the ballpark, put new wood on all of them, and it looks very nice. And he says that he's gonna get some stain and we'll stain them, but, that was a job well done, I thought, so.
absolutely, really looks nice. And I had no idea how bad, I haven't
They
looked
were
at them
bad.
closely.
Well, Jade and I talked about it in the spring, we just.
Yeah, you could have pulled those benches apart
Lost
with
in
your
the
hands.
confusion of everything else, but, yeah, I think that, and thankful for the beautification committee to come up with the money for the lumber. told it's about $1,400, so.
Ooh.
Well, lumber's not cheap.
I'm so thankful though, very thankful for that. We're down there sometimes twice a week, and we were bringing chairs to sit in because the
Yeah, you
bleachers
couldn't
were so
use them
bad.
at all, now they're all usable.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll give him a hand, we'll get some stain on them as soon as we can. And it'd be nice if we could get, well, I'll talk to Mike about it, he's good at organizing things like that. We need to stain the other little benches along the river, get a coat of something on them. And he's right, we don't wanna put paint on them, because when the water goes through the paint, it don't escape. So then you're ruining the lumber. So whatever he decides on there, Mike's been a real asset to this town. I mean, I know that, and the 4th of July, I'll throw my 2 cents in there for that. It turned out very good. We had a good turnout. Thank God there was no injuries. I mean, I was talking to the fire chief when somebody down in Cusick blew their head off. Now, I mean, it's not funny, but it was funny that I was happened to be talking to Mike right at the time there. Chris, I mean, when it happened, but anyway, that's.
Was it, just out of curiosity, was it
I
a
can't
grown up,
hear
or
you,
was it a
Pete, I'm
grown
sorry.
up or a kid that lost it?
I think it was an 11-year-old boy, wasn't it?
No, that 11-year-old fell out of a golf cart.
Oh.
I don't remember exactly how old they were.
Yeah.
Old enough to know better.
Should've, yes. Or should've been supervised.
And they had a bad fatality up on Bead Lake, turned out.
Was that motorcycle?
No, that was a car rolled down.
3 of them in it,
Oh, okay.
so. But everything, the lawns look good, the park looks good, the cemetery, I haven't been up there, so I can't comment on it.
Got mowed today, so.
Well, then it looks good, so I'm not gonna take that away from you, but, yeah, it's great. And one other question while I got the floor, can I bid on that lawnmower?
I don't see why not, there's sealed bids.
And
As long as it's not.
I'm just curious, I mean, I
there
know.
was no, we didn't set a
I'll
minimum.
get on a policy
Yeah.
on it.
And-
We did last time.
There's sealed
County
bids.
has a policy, none of the employees get, or electeds can bid on their stuff.
So does the
Oh,
school.
That's what I.
Let me look that up.
Okay, well, it's no biggie. And I got one other thing I wanna throw at the
Ruth can
council
bid
to
on
think
it
of
if you
between now and the next council meeting. I think we need to surplus that damn backhoe we got out there. It's yard art, and we don't need yard art right now. We need money. And so
Maybe you can walk with me and we can make a list.
there's that, Mackenzie, I don't know what he just paid for a new ramp. And there's a beautiful ramp setting out in them trees out there, aluminum ramp that we've had for years. Yeah, Mike he lost one down here, and I don't know he didn't tell me what he paid for the one he got, but he bought it off a private party. I'm just saying that needs to go, and, I don't, in all honesty, if we had somebody that was, I mean, even if we had somebody that could have a look at that backhoe and say, yeah, it could be fixed for X amount of dollars, roughly, then I could see keeping it, because we could use the backhoe. I mean, we have use for it, but at the same time, I mean, it's sat there now, what, 3 years, 4 years? Hadn't turned a lick. I'm sorry, it's time to get rid of it, and we'll worry about a backhoe further on, or we'll rent one from,
It ran the first week I worked here. We lost 5 gallons of hydraulic oil driving from here to the cemetery. That's how well it runs.
But it runs.
5 gallons.
well,
Yeah, it needs the gaskets in the hydraulics replaced. It
I'm
needs,
sure
and there's a
I'm sure
selector, I don't know what it is, I have no idea. It's the selector that you use to, move the backhoe sideways, it's all screwed up. It needs to either be replaced, gutted, or rebuilt. And I'm thinking like $5,000 or $6,000, we could probably get that thing running adequately again.
Yeah. We
But-
pulled up the outrigger and almost killed Tim Beecham because it swung the bucket instead of pulling up the
Yeah.
outrigger. Yeah.
well,
So
it's
we-
something we need to think about. I'm not gonna make the motion that we surplus it this time, but I guarantee you I will at the next council meeting, because unless we can come up with some kind of an idea where somebody can, we can have Tim Beecham look, or not Tim, but Jerry Beecham look at it and tell us, no, I can't work on it, or maybe we could get some hydraulic guy to come in and take 10
know
minutes
one.
and look at it, or maybe.
Jesse.
Yeah,
Very
Jesse,
well.
let Jesse have a look, you bet, and I'm willing to pay for it, the council to
JP, will
Well,
it
you
JP
walk,
can
you
come up
walk
with
around with
will it
JP
start?
and Jade.
It
Make a
will.
list for it.
So you can start to diagnose it?
Yeah,
And
it will start.
Is there a set of books for it?
I think there is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think there's some.
I can tell you what's wrong with it, it'll take me a couple hours.
Well, and see, that's all I'm looking
Jesse
for, is
could.
somebody to tell me that
I was
it's
gonna
just
say,
like.
do you have a couple hours?
No, I don't, and I charge a lot of money to buy it.
Okay.
But, yeah, there's 3 or 4 people within 10 miles of here that
And
can.
that's what I've always thought, but we just don't seem to get it
Yeah,
done, but I
and
think
they're
we
all
need
busy.
to move on it,
Yeah.
because it's
It's,
like
And it
two
might
things,
need a
we're
lot of
working for
work.
money, and we could actually use it now, I mean, you gotta sit
It
down
might,
with the.
Rick, it might need to be pulled apart, the cases might need to be split. I mean, it could be a big, huge job.
It's
Yeah.
something that would still
And
have.
and
to
it might, there might be, you can't get parts for it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it might be.
you
we can
very
get it
well
fixed.
probably right. It's probably, if you paid somebody professional to fix it, it's probably more than it's worth.
Right, and that's my worry, I mean, that could happen, but I'd like to know that before I make the motion to surplus. I'd feel bad if we surplus, I can tell a quick story. A friend of mine bought a backhoe that the town of Metaline had,
Right,
ridiculously low, I mean,
Right.
terribly low. 2 days later, he was using it
right,
to dig with, not a thing wrong with it.
right,
But the word was out that it was shot.
right.
It did have a broken transfer case. He took it to the guy welded up the case and it was running the next day.
Right.
But that's the only reason I asked about the mower. I don't need a mower, but I'd be willing to bid on it. Thank you.
Anything to say?
My council report is kind of like Rick's. I'm really appreciative for all the volunteers in town. I think that there are people doing things that we don't even realize. Dennis Flanagan seems to be mowing all of the time,
So is Bob.
and so is Bob. Other people are pulling weeds, weed whacking, leaf blowing. Things are happening all the time that we are not seeing, and I'm very thankful for every resident who's taking their time to do that. It would not get done if people weren't willing to help the town out right now.
Well, her and Byron were both over there for the 4th. I want to spit that out. They helped us all day on the 4th, and that was really good help. I mean, it was, like I said, I'm gonna estimate between 300 and 500 people for dinner, and I'm gonna say between 500 and 700 for the fireworks. There was actually no place to sit out on the lawn
Wow.
for the fireworks show, and Bear did an excellent job. I thought was an excellent.
I watched the fire department's video on it.
They were there, I love their flag up, there's a
Yeah.
couple
That's nice.
pictures come out, just so you know about it, that's got the flag and the fireworks behind it,
Yeah.
Yeah, they do look nice.
so.
Yeah, the fireworks show was great, and the food was wonderful. Ryan Kiss and his group of people did a nice job. There was a lot of people, more than last year.
Yes.
It was very good. But those guys and everybody else that helped put on the 4th of July, I'm thankful for, and then just everybody that's doing the small things behind the scenes that we have no idea. I saw Alicia walking with JP to read meters, and I know that that's something you volunteer your time for. I think people, citizens of this town, are volunteering their time right and left, and it might go unnoticed, or it's noticed and we don't know about it, but I just want to make sure that people know that we're thankful.
Same thing Amanda said, that's what I was gonna say. I'm just grateful to live here and everybody pulling together and
Yeah.
sticking this out and helping where it's needed.
and my 2 cents was, JP called me up and said, we need to have people back up on the water. I put one post up on the Metaline 99152 page, which isn't even our, and
I shared it.
it
so
just,
that-
it just happens.
Yeah.
I think a lot of, all you gotta do is ask, and there'll be people to help you.
The only thing I'd like to see on that is when you do, was that a Friday? That was Friday, correct? That we leave it for the whole weekend. I think it's necessary at this I think it's necessary with our sand filter failing as it is. I think if it happens on a Friday like that, it can go all weekend without being watered. Our lawns will come back, and people can keep their vegetables and flowers watered. So, that's just my input on that.
Well, I went down to the plant and looked, and we were back up to the top, so it really helped. Everybody quit, and it just needed a chance to get the water in there.
Yeah,
So, but it's kind of an ongoing thing. We don't charge extra for usage. But July and August, we were asking circumspect about water use.
I would say water before 7 a.m. and after 7 p.m.
Yeah.
That would be my recommendation on watering your yard.
Yeah.
Before 7 a.m. and after 7 p.m.
Yeah, water.
There's no reason to have your sprinkler on 90-degree heat at noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's silly. It's not
Almost
doing you any
evaporates
good.
before it gets to the ground, so.
Yeah, it's not doing you any good.
Okay, where are we at on the, approving the
Alicia.
monthly bills?
Alicia?
Just about done.
Oh, Alicia,
I got it.
I thought you said, I'm sorry. That is what I, okay.
That's fine.
How are we doing here with the approved monthly bills?
Done.
I'm done. Thank you.
We need a motion to approve the monthly bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the monthly bills.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're on
Payroll
payroll.
is the same. Monthly payroll, $5,905.06. Same as last month.
Need a motion to pay people.
I'll make a motion to pay people.
There you go. And a second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion is passed. April expense vouchers.
It's actually June, July's. We just have one, and it's for $200.76.
I make a motion to pay the expense voucher for $200.76.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Miscellaneous outstanding bills, do we have any?
Nope.
We don't have any miscellaneous outstanding bills, so that's that. Need a treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report, money markets, your money market, beginning balance, for the month of June was $72,015.11. You guys had, not one, you had a couple transactions, $17,681.28. The debit, so $13,723.59. That was the grant money that you guys approved to pay to Century West. So it was debited to the business account because the checks come from the business account. Nothing really comes from the money market. Your ending and current balance as of today is $75,990.70. You guys gained $17 in interest. Business checking, beginning balance, for June was $20,105.26. You guys had a total of 8 deposits, and that was $35,764.73. You guys had 15 debits, which were all checks, of $25,668.12. No interest. Your ending balance for June was $30,201.87, and your current balance as of today is $34,772.77.
Okay, time for public comment?
You
Oh, wait a
know,
minute,
you
need
guys
a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Public comment.
Yeah, I just, a couple of things you might want to think about. You said you didn't have any outstanding bills and stuff, and I know what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's in the back of your mind that you owe Lion what? $50,000?
Yeah.
So I would hope that whenever you're thinking about spending money on something, that's in the back of your head.
That's the
It's
first
in
thing
our
on the
budget.
list.
It's already
It's already
budgeted.
budgeted.
And, you know, I tagged along with John when the Department of Health people were here, and I'm really glad that a well is in there. I think some towns get fixated on their pristine surface water, and it is nothing but problematic. It's just, if you can get off of it, you do. The high school has a dug well, meaning they didn't drill the well, they had somebody with a long backhoe arm, went down until they got water, and then they encased it with culvert or whatever, and we had massive leaks this is what we have to do. We chlorinate it. Period. Nothing else. And surface water is gonna get more and more problematic with PFAS and everything else, so I'm glad that's in there. And just keep in mind, I don't live Jack, okay? So take what I say with a grain of salt, but a lot of people have been frustrated with Sewell, and they knee jerk and they keep hiring Sewell. You do not have to do that. Now, John's kind of in a bind right now and needing to get something done, and Sewell's there, but I remember City of Metaline Falls, you put out a request for engineering whatevers, and you get these prospectuses, and they come in, and you narrow it down to 2 or 3 people. They come in, they do their song and dance, and you pick somebody. Metaline Falls, we ejected Sewell. When I was with PUD briefly, we ejected Sewell. Now, maybe they've changed and stuff, but if you're not happy with someone, don't feel like you have to stay with them. And what we always looked for was, anytime there was some work that was gonna be done, we made sure, what experience have you had getting grants to do the work done? Because I used to think engineering was all about being smart and designing stuff and everything. Half of it's about where can I get the money to do this? And if they can get you money, I mean, that is golden. And I know Metaline Falls, every time it was okay, you know, I think we can get some grants. And we said, we don't have the ability to do that. So we're counting on you to do that. So just something to think about.
Yeah.
Thanks for your stressful work.
The one complaint I
And
did not.
Brian, I sometimes I wish people would just go, if you don't wanna pay for anything, don't expect anything. Okay? Yeah, stuff costs, and they don't like it, they elect somebody else. I don't think we get any better, so there you go.
To respond to that, the one aspect of Sewell that I did appreciate was Randy Tom. He was Andy Tom, and he is amazing. That water plant cost us nothing.
I will say this about Andy Tom, is at the high school, we had another engineering firm that put in the plant, and it was a disaster. And Andy Tom, who had worked with ecology, knew that things had hit the fan, and he contacted us. And so I don't want to badmouth, and they could be different, but Andy Tom was golden.
Oh, I know.
He saved our butt, and he did it as cheaply as he could. So I wouldn't necessarily kick him out, but don't feel like you gotta keep going with the same outfit.
I think it's completely redone. None of the people that were there for our business are there any longer. And
I know
maybe
it's
for good
about
reason.
Andy though, his expertise is way
It
stronger.
is, yes, and that's a selling point right there for me.
I believe he's already on the ball of finding funding, Andy Thomas, since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's looking. The sand filter might, with the quickness of it, we probably won't be able to get a grant with as fast as we have to move on it, but.
Pressure him on it, and it's unfortunate in that, so you spend $100,000 to fix the sand filter, then they do the feasibility study, and whenever that comes in, they go, well, that's not the way to go. You don't, I don't know if you could keep that horse going for another year, so.
All right,
Thank you.
any other public comments?
Thanks, John.
Dan?
I had an observation, a question, and a comment. First, the observation, the picnic, potluck. That was the best display of food we've had yet. Oh, the pasta salads. I was impressed. Question, the extracurricular fireworks at the thing, is there something that can be done about that?
Not a thing.
My only suggestion would be to have a sheriff here. There's not a damn thing the sheriff can do, but he can be here with his car and he can go say, please don't do that. We have a professional fireworks person here and we don't allow fireworks in the park. It's just we gotta have somebody here that can actually go up to these, because they're, this is what they do every year.
Yeah,
And it's,
more so this year.
That's
It
where it
was
falls under
terrible
code
this year.
enforcement also,
Yeah.
because then we could.
It was terrible this year. They were lighting fireworks by the kids' play area.
oh, I know, they did that last year too.
It needs to stop.
They were lighting them while the show was on.
I'll
Yeah.
talk to Glenn and see if we can get some, even if it's, I'll put on a hat and
Do
sit in
you
the car.
guys have an ordinance or code prohibiting private fireworks?
I believe we do.
I thought we did.
I'm pretty sure we do.
But Glenn will enforce your ordinances or your code. Okay. Let me know how that discussion.
I heard Blake walk through and it kind of slowed
Just
me
having
down for a
Blake
minute.
walk through,
Yeah.
it slowed
You
it
need the
down.
right person. You need the person that could jack. Rick could do it
He has
well
a
in
big
his
water
day.
tank.
He could really get it done.
I think we,
He knows how to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But you need the person that talks to them and they get the vibe that it would be best for their health if they left.
Well, that's what you gotta do, though, you're right.
Yeah.
Even having a vest or a certain
Yes.
jacket just gives that.
I think putting fire trucks in different places, they're not gonna light them off right next to a fire truck.
What do you mean? with
Well,
locals ready to go?
we could
Yeah.
just wet more
Full.
of the area
Full.
down
Yeah.
preemptively for those kids that are
We could
trying
call
to
it
cool off
training.
out there.
Yeah.
We could try
But
to
you
do
could
some of that.
disperse them around and then I think people
Yeah.
are gonna think somebody's paying attention.
I haven't been back in that corner before, and so when I saw them lighting them off is when I walked back there, but there wasn't an easy way for me to get a truck back there
At that time.
once they had taken up the driveway, so.
I think we do have a policy
That
though, we
worried
need
me
to get
because
that
there's
out.
Some
some
signage,
stuff in the
some
street.
signage
Get
might
some
help.
signage.
Which is insane.
At the bottom of the
Look, the
flyer.
kids park their corner at
Yeah.
And we have done that before, and they've still done it, but not like they did this.
This year was
They're
the
still
worst.
going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. If, I hate to do this. Maybe I'll talk to the chief, we'll see maybe if the town would request the fire department to go ahead and just wet any fireworks in the park that are extracurricular.
Yeah. Time for a splash.
Just walk
Well, if
around
we
with
have-
fire.
then maybe
I
we
think if
could-
we have that signage up and then that happens, then we have something to kind of back up why it's happening.
Right.
We just gotta get the word out really good, and
Yeah.
I don't know, cause people are coming here from all over the place.
They are.
So, and we can tell everybody local and they'll all do everything, but then we've got somebody from Cusick or
Do you
anywhere.
have a
These are
place,
local people doing it.
Yes, I
They
know.
know there's nothing you can do about it, I'm gonna go and shoot my
is there a
fireball.
place you would
Ryder's
want
not here
them
to say anything
to
to me
light
anymore.
them off at?
Well,
Do you have another somewhere
They
to
were scared
send
me
them
because if I didn't get my way there.
Town of Metaline Falls, the ball field has become that kind
Send
of
them
after hours,
Send them
everyone
there.
goes and lights up their fireworks. The upside is the grass is only yay high, it's easy to contain, and the fire department can send a truck to that location. Otherwise, I can leave a truck up here and have them around.
We
I
can
think
send them all over to the falls.
Dispersing them throughout the park rather than just all being over by the boat ramp will make a difference.
Okay.
Because people think they're hiding back there and they're getting away with it, but if there's a fire truck and a couple people standing there, they're
Sure. We
And
can try
if
to
they-
move trucks in earlier.
choose to, spray them.
Well,
Yeah, I could bring some extra trucks.
I
we
think,
just have to remember this for next year's when we
Yeah.
set it up, and maybe get some
Request.
coordination with the Ponderay County
You
paper.
might be able to
first of
get,
all, we'll find our policy and see what that says.
maybe that would help, that would be my suggestion, next year, we would put signage out down there. I mean, it's on every poster that we had out this year, things kinda got behind the eight ball as far as the posters went, the letters didn't go out, there was a lot of things didn't happen, but it's Bear and Ryan's first year of basically supposed to be getting this stuff done.
Organizing.
And Bear all admitted to me yesterday, he said, yeah, we should've got the letters out, we didn't make any money. We didn't turn enough to pay for the fireworks, we didn't turn enough to pay for the meat. So, but we had enough, we had enough money to cover everything, but I'm saying we didn't get to replace it this year. And
It doesn't pay for next year.
right, we can't continue with that kind of a, but the letters help, a lot of people don't realize it, businesses will give.
Oh, yeah.
But you gotta prod them a little, and that's the thing Carol Motz would do, she'd go to their house and knock on their door and say, are you gonna contribute this year?
The reminder, yeah.
But we didn't have that, and Carol's done, so.
send out some belated requests to say where you're gonna wear.
I think the 4th is open for this year. Well, I do have a little bit of meat left, so.
I think you
One-
have a third
Yeah,
part,
sorry.
right?
Yeah, the third thing.
Sorry, I
Like,
apologize.
in my commute to work every day along the sidewalk, I've noticed there are numerous ant colonies underneath the sidewalk, and that's really not a good thing. So that, you might want to take a look at that.
I haven't noticed that.
I haven't either, we walk, yeah, we'll have to look on our way down.
It don't take much to cure that.
Yeah.
They probably hide when the sun comes up, but, you know, at 8 o'clock in the morning when it's still cool, they're out there. And there's several of them, and
Well, they're
just
going to
right
work
under the
too.
edge, next to the field.
They're just heading to work.
Yes.
Yeah. Poor, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Next thing on the agenda is somebody to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Good grief, let's not all hesitate.
My beater.
Yeah.
Rick, if you can't bid on that lawnmower, Ruth could.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you know,
Yes, yes,
I,
we appreciate you.
it is a really good question that I want to.
My council is only 2 hours a month. Yeah, this is.
I'm just letting you know.
You
You're
don't want these to volunteer for something else?
You've got a lot of that.
It's the wrong kind of waste for John. It's not feeding human things.
Right, right, yeah, yeah, there's
Not his specialty.